Ladies and gentlemen!
Hey guys, Vic here with another episode of my Race to Champion, Fight Night Champion. It's sort of just me playing online World Champion mode, trying to become an online World Champion in my division, in my region. Whatever they give me, I will take. Got an interesting fight against this guy. He's a lot shorter than me, but he's really heavy, got a really good reach. And yeah, really smart cookie, had a really interesting fighting style, and it took me a real while to work him out and wear him down. And it's a good fight. I'm learning a lot about this mode. It's so much to learn, like it's crazy. Like a guy knocked me down, and a guy knocked me out in like 30 punches the other day. Another guy, I managed to not get knocked down once in a fight, and I took like 400 punches. It's crazy. But today we are talking about who is going to win between Tyson Fury and David Haye. Probably the most anticipated fight in the UK at the moment. Possibly Mayweather to one side because it's such a British interest fight. Straight away, guys, I'm going to say, if you're talking about gambling, if you're talking about betting, be very careful always betting on Tyson Fury fights. The guy is a loose cannon. He is not playing with a full deck. He's a sandwich short of a picnic. And what that means is he's incredibly unpredictable. If you look at his last fight against Steve Cunningham, I cannot believe he put his chin out there to get smashed. Any professional boxer at any level, you know, is going to put a fist on that chin. If you hang it out like that, that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy when he did that. Could not believe it. And it was a good first look at Tyson Fury's chin when exposed, to be honest. You know, apparently he's been knocked down as an amateur. But yeah, he absolutely went flying when Steve Cunningham connected with him on there. Another thing with the Cunningham fight, notes to take from that. Cunningham was not in great shape. I know the Fury camp say he was in the shape of his life. He wasn't, guys. I've seen him in much finer shape. He's a cruiserweight, if you were being totally honest. He is not a heavyweight, in my opinion. But neither's David Haye, I guess you could say. He's certainly small for a heavyweight, but that works to his advantage to a certain amount as well. But we'll get into all of that stuff. So be incredibly careful betting on this fight. I will not be betting on this fight. Personally, I think Tyson Fury is potentially a great fighter, but I don't know if he's quite got it going on upstairs, if he can quite keep his emotions under wraps, especially in such a big fight. He was really pumped against Cunningham, and that was his downfall. I think he's going to be even more pumped up for this one, so that is my hesitance when betting on this one. Talking about the vital statistics of these guys, David Haye a lot shorter, and he is a lot lighter, and they are negatives, but he is actually, you know, he turns those to his advantage, as we have seen already. He is a former heavyweight world champion, guys, do not forget, and that was by beating a guy that was 7 foot plus. So the height thing is not as much of an issue. I am not comparing by any stretch Valiev to Haye. Fury is the real deal. And I'm not comparing him to Valiev. Fury can box properly. Valiev was effectively just a monster. Quality little knockout on your screen now. 2 double uppercut. I shouldn't really be uppercutting with this guy, but I'll get into that in another video. Yeah, so Haye, the size factor for me isn't a factor. He's smart enough. His movement's good enough. He uses his size to his advantage. He's a sniper fighter, as he said in the press conference. He's what more typically known as an ambush fighter. He's going to be out of your reach, and then he's going to dive in with a quick flurry and look to do damage in very short bursts, very explosive bursts. The thing that's made him stand out over the years, there's been a lot of ambush fighters like that over the years that have eventually got worn down and caught. The difference with David Haye is he hits really hard and he's incredibly accurate. If you look at his punch stats, if you look at the fights that he's won, the big fights that he's won, his accuracy is ridiculous, guys. It's incredible. He finds that chin, he finds, he'll find that shot that he wants. You know, you'll see a lot of guys, possibly Amir Khan's a great example of an ambush fighter who's not quite accurate enough at times. You know, he'll do a flurry, the crowd will go wild, but if you look it back in slow-mo at the end of the round with Amir Khan, you'll often notice that a lot of them are banging gloves, banging arms, and he's not quite connecting. David Haye connects on a very high percentage, guys, so be aware of that. Obviously, it's a fight prediction, so I've got to give you a prediction, but like I say, I will not be personally betting on it. My prediction is David Haye by, as David Haye likes to say, violent knockout. The reason for this is I just think Haye has been there and seen everything, guys, and I know Fury's such a talented fighter. I just think he's picked the wrong man. For me, Klitschko's to one side. David Haye is the best heavyweight on the planet at the moment. Obviously, he's been very inactive, and that has counted towards his ranking not being quite where it should be. But if you look at the heavyweight division, guys, who other than the Klitschkos can you see beating David Haye? Tony Thompson, not for me at all. Tony Thompson is a fantastic boxer, do not get me wrong, but Haye is of the same mould, but like a better version of that mould. So that's for me the reason, you know, that Haye. Who else? I mean, there literally is Robert Helenius is a bum. I don't know how he's been getting away with it for so long. David Price has been found out. Tony Thompson completely outboxing him twice. Fury, you know, it's a great fight. It's going to be such an exciting fight. Fury and Haye are both entertainers, both exciting fighters to watch. But for me, David Haye is going to absolutely find... eventually, he's going to find that target. All the things that Fury has been talking about, his reach, how he's going to keep him at arm's length, and then when he gets inside, he's going to smother him and tire him out. Don't think for a second that heavyweights haven't tried that against David Haye. Look at the Klitschko. You know, if Klitschko cannot knock David Haye out, for me, Tyson Fury cannot knock David Haye out. It's as simple as that. If we go in Fury versus Klitschko, then you know what's going to happen, guys. You know what's going to happen there. Klitschko is a superior boxer in every department over Fury, and Klitschko could not do the business against Haye, although it was a terrible boxing match. So that is how I see it, guys. Back to the action here. As you can see, this guy would cause me loads of problems early doors, but when he slowed down and when he tired, I managed to start picking my shots, use my reach advantage, and I managed to get some knocks on him with some overhand rights. And yeah, just started not having to worry too much about his shots coming in, and that allowed me to get on top of him and smother him with some big shots. Eventually, when he was tired enough, my shots were hurting him enough, and I managed to turn the fight around. It's quite common, you'll see on the stats at the end, it's quite common for me to have a slow start, figure the guy out, and then knock him out in the later rounds. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been FIFA Vic. Bye bye.